The Bulls are a favorite at the Pistons. It's two of the Bulls minus 1.5, 215.5. These were lines as of a couple hours ago in the middle of the night. So we're starting to see the market move, and we've already seen a move here to the under in this one. And man, it has been a serious move, no doubt about it. I mean, almost looks very premium-y here in this one, and I like the under. All the games are night. This is 7:10 Eastern, 4:10 Pacific. I'm going under tonight in the game between the Bulls and the Pistons. This one opened here. Let's see. I think you saw it on the screen there, and I think that was the opener. I saw 219 actually as an opener, and now we're dealing with 215.5. Whatever the Bulls did last night, look, that thing went way under against Toronto, as you might expect, right? Because of Toronto's supposed to be that defensive team, but the Bulls were kind of getting faded by a lot of people because they were saying, oh, they had a team meeting and the season just the season had just started, so we don't necessarily want any part of the Bulls if they're doing a team meeting just one game into the season. Well, you know what? The Bulls went out there in that game and ended up beating Toronto in that one, 104, 103. Now they didn't cover. That was the thing about it. I mean, I had Chicago. I thought, hey, team meeting first game. What better time for a team meeting? Everybody's all in panic mode, like uh, you don't want a team meeting with 3 games left in the season, right? I mean, if you want to do a team meeting, have it in the first game of the season. You guys just got together. You've been in practice for a few weeks. Hey, we didn't like what we saw on the court. Let's hash it out. We're not passing to the right guys. That's what you do. That's how you make a team. You gotta have meetings, you guys. And I'm not a meetings guy at work or anything like that. I'm you know like to hear from the bosses. I like their input. They give me great input. But no one likes to sit through a meeting, scheduled meetings we have a meeting when you need a meeting. Anyways, the Bulls are going to be on the road here, 1.5, 215.5. I'll take the under in this one here. The Bulls, yeah, they're on the back to back here. The Pistons are not. The Bulls played last night at home against the Raptors in overtime. By the way, we will mention it was a low scoring game, and the Bulls actually needed a little bit of a rally here. It was kind of actually a surprise that they surprised just the fact that they kind of came back, not that they couldn't come back or anything like that. So just a nice job is what it ended up being uh, for the Bulls, even though they didn't cover. Nice job by them as a team, and I would imagine they probably could be. Um, Probably pretty live here. They could be live. They are live. This is a toss-up, and I think it probably look to the home team, but I'm going to take the under as my play. Probably premium play, but let's give out the best right now. I want to give you guys the winners. Knicks and Pelicans free NBA pick, and this one's for Saturday. I'm showing right now the Pelicans are a 3-point favorite, and the total here is 224. So just a slight move, it looks like, here to the Knicks and the under. Here in this one. And, well, I don't know. I see a slight move. It opened as high as 225.5, now down to 224. After what we saw from the Knicks yesterday, I mean, that they scored 69 points in the first half. I was on the under. I was wrong about what I saw, and I'm adjusting here on the fly. It feels like a little bit. And Ferner, they are, interestingly, Ferner, there is some rules in place this year that's going to change things quite a bit. It is supposed to make things better. I don't know if we've necessarily seen that to be the case just yet, but I think we're going to know more moving forward. Here's Panger wants to take the Knicks today. And I do too, Panger. The move is subtly here on the Knicks, and I actually like what I saw in this one. Chad says Knicks will be too tired. It was too physical last night in the game against the Hawks. That the Knicks ended up winning and covering. Hey, look, we gave out the Knicks yesterday. We are on the Knicks. We're going to be on them again here today. I mean, I think I do have a good feel on the Knicks. Look, we gave out a lot of winners yesterday on the show. We had the Pistons, we had the Grizzlies, we had the Thunder Cavs under. We gave you the Knicks yesterday. The Celtics, that probably was a push, but we had the Spurs yesterday as well. And the Jazz, we gave out the Jazz yesterday. We gave out the Magic. A lot of free winners was mentioned. 8-4. It could have arguably been 9-3-1 or 9-2-2 there, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on those pushes. I'll move them to losses and call it 8-4 yesterday. Uh, could have got sided on those or lost by a hook there. Anyways, let's continue on. I like the Knicks here. I was on the Knicks yesterday. I know it's a back to back here. In this one. But look, the move is already on the Knicks subtly here. I like the Knicks in this one, and probably I would feel like another high scoring game against the Pelicans. That's what it feels like. This one's going to end up the type of game we're going to see here tonight. The Sharps are. It looks like they're. Let me see here. The Sharps look to be split. So, I mean, that leaves it on me. I mean, I'm going over, but probably if I do, it might be a premium. Fernando's going over. You handle it, Fernando. Yeah. Oh no, we know. And the back to backs here. Ferner likes the over. Grizzlies, Wizards in this one, and I'm showing it's Grizzlies a 1 point favorite on the road here, and the total is 228. I think we could just leave that line probably up there. Let's not waste too much time updating things. Grizzlies are maybe the moves on Washington. Okay, I better change it because I might want to take Washington here. Let's see what you guys think and preview the game a little bit in this one. So, what's that total? 228. It was as low as 225 and a half. I don't mind that move to the over. Maybe the value's gone a little bit here, but boy, this one is tough. You know what? I am going to go on the over. Actually, I did see Tony liked it too. I saw his video on the game. I already liked it over. Maybe it's getting away from us a little bit. I don't know if I could get there with a premium, anyways. So let's jump on board with Tony in this one. I actually do look to sometimes maybe play opposite, not opposite Tony, not on a fade. I'm just saying if he goes with sometimes, and if I'm just giving out a free play and I don't have a premium on the other side, I'll just try to go with something else for a little variety kind of sometime. But no, I like the fact that he was on this. I'm on it as well. Ray says take the Wizards here. Let's see where the line goes here. I certainly would like at least a bucket with the Wizards at home against Memphis here. If I do, I would buy it up to like 2.5, three, and whatever, and just hang on for dear life in a probably close game tonight with these two. Pacers are going to take on the Cavaliers tonight. Cavaliers a 3 point favorite, and this total is 223 and a half. This one has dropped considerably on the total from 226. There's been two-way action on this total, and I'm not sure I'm ready to declare necessarily which way I'm going with it, but I do like Cleveland here at this discounted price of -3. I'm willing to lay it. I'll leave the 3.5 up there, give myself a little bit of a challenge in this one, but I'm looking to take the Cavs tonight against the Pacers. Um, Look, the Pacers come in. They did win their opener. Good job, Pacers. The Cavaliers already have a loss. And while we think of the Cavaliers as maybe trying to get all their personnel healthy, they've had a few people out or whatever. Uh, I don't think the Pacers have made enough strides here necessarily. If this move is on the Pacers, good on them. And that's what it looks like has happened. In fact, I don't know. Maybe the Sharps are kind of outweighing the Sharps on the Cavs, maybe outweighing the Pacers a little bit. The Sharps on the Pacers, if you will, if I could categorize it as that from what I've seen with the uh, ticket count and the current move. It's still just a little bit early. So I'm not ready to finalize here, and so if I need to make a pick, I'm going to be make a pick on the Cavs because I'm really interested in this total today. Possibly, let's take a look here. And nah, fading the back to backs all the time. Right, Chad? If we did, right, it would be too easy. We would just fade, like I would imagine we should be on half the teams that play back to backs. We should be on them half the time. It's all baked into the line, right? The Pacers all day. So Chad and I are going at it in this one. One of the sharpest guys in the chat, but Chad and I are going to be uh, meeting up in this one. Yeah, Cavs off that back to back yesterday. Interestingly, and I try to, I'll have something on almost every game, even if it's just, like, hey, this game I hardly liked it. We'll just, throw 20 on it, watch it, keep it on the screen over there, see what happens, keep our eye on it. Yesterday with the Thunder and the Cavs, I could not get on a side. I could not get on a side. And that does, probably the only play I didn't side or total I didn't get on in the NBA in one form or another. Just could not come to terms with it. Give me the Cavs here tonight. I'm laying the points. Me and Chad, heads up. 76ers here on the road, 3.5. This one down to 214. Woo! Going lower as we speak here. It opened as high as 217. So we're already seeing a bit of a move here, and we've got to update the line too. If we saw the Sixers as high as 4.5, and now it's down to 3.5. Move here on Toronto. Philadelphia lost their first game. It was on the road, while Toronto has a 1-1 record, and of course, they won their home opener. And for me in this one, just seeing where it's, kind of is. Oh, let me see what this is. Oh man, we gotta get this going here and end this show, man. I gotta get on this FCS. I only got an hour to get them in. Maybe we could have a premium here with the FCS today. You guys on the Sixers here in this one. All right. All right. You guys, this move on the total under certainly is pretty significant in this one. And I know they've been kind of coming in on Toronto, man. Have they bought it down already from 4.5 down to 3-ish so far? Wow. I better just give out this total under as my play. I think I was going premium here with it, but let's just give it out right now at 214 to the under here with Philadelphia and Toronto. Both of Toronto's games did go under so far. This series has gone under in 11 of the last 16 meetings. Philadelphia has gone under in 7 of their last 10 games as a favorite. And Philadelphia, we mentioned, their loss, of course, was that game to Milwaukee on opening night on the road. They did get the money there in that one. And meanwhile, for Toronto, they've covered in both their games, despite that 1-1 record and the loss yesterday in overtime at Chicago. They still got the money in that one. I'm going to take the under here, 76ers and the Raptors. Ray goes over. The Miami Heat is going to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. These two teams came into the NBA in the same year. No, 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 that's not right. That's not right. The Heat came in with the Charlotte Hornets. That's what it was. Okay, whatever. The Timberwolves here a 5-point favorite, and the total 218 or so. Pretty much what you see right there on the screen. Miami comes in, of course, 1-1 so far. Minnesota, they lost their opening game of the season, so um, we'll see. I, I know, with Miami coming in off the back to back from yesterday against the uh, Celtics, and look, they did a pretty nice job getting the money there. Look, it went up to 8, so I don't know, uh, I gave out Boston. It looked like 8 to me. If you want to call it a loss, that's fine. I mean, it mostly was lower anyways. It opened as low as what, like 4.5, then went up to 8. You can give me a loss. I'm not too worried about it. Here, Chad's going to be on the Wolves in this one. Okay. Let's see here. For me tonight, I'm going to be on the under here, 218. Let me update it then. Definitely has gone down about a half a point. And what did I say the line was at? At 5. Okay. Let's just update it to the current line. There we go. Anyways, for me, I'm taking under here with Miami and Minnesota tonight at 218. Miami off the back to back here in this one and having to travel in and play Minnesota. So for me, the side, not sure, but the Sharps at this point have driven this line. The low was 4, but it did get us up as high as 6, and it sits 5. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. I feel pretty good about this under, actually. And again, if there wasn't a bunch of college football and we were sitting here with a 7-game NBA schedule, I'm pretty sure this one was be pretty close to making the premiums. Um, there's just not going to be enough investigation or time, but my numbers say under, the move says under. This is the way I handicap you guys. Uh, so I'm gonna have to say under on the show. Jazz and Suns, and then we're out. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy the World Series tonight. Enjoy whatever is going on. But there's some other sports. We know we have a big boxing match coming up here today as well. If you're interested in that one, I did break down where I hosted my combat sports expert on a podcast. We broke down that fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. It's going to be going on in Abu Dhabi tonight. Utah Jazz at Phoenix Suns here. This is action for the Saturday night. And man, I would think I saw Tony's video. Look, this one opened as low as 221 and a half, and it's now 223 and a half. I would imagine there's room to roll on this one. I would think this is going to be probably. We'll save this one on the total. It's going to be a late game, and I might be looking for a few extra premium, but feels like this one's going over tonight with these two teams here. Look, the Sharps may be on uh, Phoenix, but I'm probably willing to take a few points with Utah. Look, I was impressed by what Phoenix did, but I have a feeling they're going to be involved in some very, very close games here. And Ferner talking about lines juices under, ticket count goes over. And I don't know, Ferner. I don't know if you and I have discussed it, debated it, if we're on the same page. And I like what you said right there because I am about ticket count. I know people come on here and, some of my favorite guys do ticket count and money and compare the two. And I don't mind that either. But I mostly am only interested in ticket count, to be honest. I don't really pay attention to money, like I said, because I know that, I know you're a high roller, wealthy guy, and my little bet here, even though I'm a professional and maybe you're a high rolling businessman. I don't know what you guys do. You're here with me. We're big sports fans. But this is what I do for a living: make picks, make bets, sit here all day, eat great food, watch great games, and talk on the internet. And money for people is different, but everyone holds that ticket, right? So ticket count for me, and then they say, hey, well, what about the guy who goes up? Uh, no doubt, Mike. A great point right here. Doesn't take into account those pools, but the offshore pools are in a lot of the ticket counts. Depends where you go, but the line services are pretty upfront about where they take those ticket counts from. So, and again, it's always going to be different, right? For two different books, right? Because if you have a game that is sitting, for example, let's take this game, the Suns, at 5.5. Let's say in another book, there's Suns -6. Well, uh, most people or some people who might shop for more, the book that's laying a 6 is going to get more action on the dog than the book that's laying 5.5 on the favorite, where they're going to get more action on the favorite. And that's just a fact. So, yeah, it's all relative and speculative. And that's what I love about it. And I know you're kind of tongue in cheek in jest there, the dark pool sports arbitration from the Wall Street banks. I love that. Okay, let's get into this one. Look, real quick, I'm already on Utah. I already said, all right. Do we need to break it down a little bit here? I don't think Phoenix is putting anybody away at this point with this team right now, and against a decent Utah team. This is what I think of Utah here in a game that I figure is going to end up at closer to 230 points. I'm sure tonight. Give me the Utah Jazz on the road. They will not get blown out in this one. They are live to win early season. I don't see anything special. I don't see anything special with either of these two teams. They're fine. They're good playoff contenders. Yes. Here, middle rung, lower to middle rung. Here, I think Phoenix is, they definitely have star players, and obviously one of their big issues tonight will be their personnel. I mean, don't forget. I mean, here you have a Phoenix team that's favored by 5.5, and well, Booker's doubtful, Bradley Beal's out, and Damon Lee's out. So you tell me. I mean, Utah, yeah, they're not as good as Phoenix, maybe, but tonight they should be. And after all, maybe the line is because it was, a back-to-back situation. But did Utah do a pretty nice job against the Clippers last night? They did a real nice job.